It was a sweltering hot week in the middle of August when my younger brother David went missing. It happened while we were playing catch in the field by our house. I tossed the ball pretty far past him and he ran to get it. And then he was just gone. Normally you can't have someone officially declared missing for 24 hours, but my dad was friends with some of the local police. So that night, they assembled a volunteer search party to comb the field and the forest nearby. The next morning, someone found David's baseball at the edge of the forest, about a mile from our house. We centered our search in that area, and they let some dogs sniff it to try to follow the scent. I was 21 and pretty tall and strong, so no one argued when I went off to search on my own. As I made my way through the forest, I lost all track of time. The sun started to go down, and soon there was only a sliver of moon and my flashlight lighting the way. I stumbled upon a cave partially hidden behind some bushes. I vaguely remembered that my brother and I had explored this cave when we were kids. The cave entrance was dark. I hesitated for a moment, but something told me to keep going. I needed to check inside. I climbed over some rocks to get in. The ground beneath my feet was unsteady. I walked slowly and extra careful while my eyes adjusted to the darkness. About 30 feet in, I started hearing a voice, faint at first, but getting louder as I walked towards it. After about 10 minutes of feeling my way through the cave, I tripped over some kind of vine and landed on my knees. As I reached out my hand to feel for the wall, I felt someone grab it. It was David. I was so relieved I could barely speak. He hugged me and said he knew I would come eventually, but then he asked what took me so long. I apologized, told him everyone was searching as hard as they could, and reminded him that he's only been gone since yesterday. He looked at me puzzled and then laughed. "You're funny. It wasn't yesterday." Then he handed me an old, worn, dirty baseball and told me he'd been playing with it since he got here. I stood up, still holding his hand, which now felt oddly small in mine. Something was off. I couldn't wait to get out of the cave and bring David home. We walked back through the dark towards the dim light. When we reached the cave entrance, I climbed through first. I held out my hand to help David out, but he never took it. He was just gone. I sprinted all the way home and told my parents and the police most of what happened. But for some reason, even though it would help prove my story, I left out the part about the old baseball, which I kept in my jacket. A few of us went back to the cave, but I was too nervous to go inside. The police found my footprints in the cave, but nothing else. I still have the old baseball.